What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. If you did not watch the Yankees versus Astros game yesterday, do you even consider yourself a real baseball fan? Easily one of the most entertaining games because Yankee fans were raining down F your birthday chants to the birthday boy, Shohei Ohtani, and then guess what happened? On his 31st birthday, he hits a 3-run home run to pretty much give the Astros a W, so we're going to go ahead and break that down. But if this is your first time on the channel, we do this every single day, so don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. This is the best place to be if you want to stay up to date on the game of baseball. I also want to say that Jared Kelenic of the Mariners, the top prospect, hit 2 home runs in yesterday's game. They need to call him up ASAP. And then also Wander Franco, the #1 prospect in all of baseball, he is raking as well. So we are so close to having these top prospects just join major league teams, and it's almost like these teams are being handed a 2-time, 3-time, 4-time All-Star. That's how good I think these prospects are going to be. Also, a quick little update on Albert Pujols. So yesterday I said that he was released, but a little correction, he was DFA'd. What does that mean? So the Angels have 10 days to either trade him to someone that would be stupid if they pick up his contract because it doesn't make sense, the production is not there, or after 10 days they're gonna have to cut bait, not get anything back in return. But that would now mean that Albert Pujols has the liberty to sign with whatever team that he wants. I'm hoping that he goes back to the Cardinals, but that's probably a long shot considering they have Paul Goldschmidt. They have a lot of top prospects that could play third and first base, so they don't really have room for him. But let's talk about Pujols' former team, the Angels. Colin McHugh versus Andrew Heaney. I was watching this game live and I was thinking to myself, how many strikeouts in a row are these guys pitching? There was 9 consecutive strikeouts to begin the game, and then guess what happened? The relief pitchers for both squads ended up not being very good. Fleming gave up 3 runs. Ohtani hit his 10th home run of the season. I mean, it was getting out of hand to the point where I actually turned off the game because I wanted to go watch the Bad Batch, but that was my first mistake, putting trust in the Angels bullpen. Mike Zunino, he lit the firework and then it fully exploded in the 8th inning as the Rays erupt for 7 runs in the 8th inning. I mean, this, if I was watching this live, my stomach would have turned, and I'm not even an Angels fan. So by far the biggest issue that they're gonna have to correct talking about the Angels for the next year or 2 years, the bullpen, and honestly the pitching staff hasn't been too bad. Bundy, Ohtani, Heaney, even Griffith Canning had a great start a few days ago. Speaking of bullpens, Cleveland does not have that issue. They sweep the first place Royals, who are now on a 5-game losing streak. Cleveland won 4-0 as Danny Duffy was roughed up for the first time in 2021. And on the opposing side, Tristan McKenzie turns in maybe his best start of his career. 5 innings, does not allow a single earned run, and strikes out 5 different Royals. Ahmed Rosario drives in 2 of the 4 runs. Franmil Reyes is now up to 22 RBIs on the season already. And with that victory, Cleveland is now a half game ahead of the White Sox for second place. The Royals go from first place to third place in the blink of an eye, and then the Twins are 11-19. What even is this division? Marcus Semien enjoyed a return home back to Oakland yesterday because his new team, the Jays, they beat up on the Oakland A's. They win by a score of 10-4 as Randall Grichuk has quietly been an absolute force of nature. 6 home runs, 26 RBIs, and an 860 OPS on the season already. Danny Jansen has been horrible to start 2021 for the Jays, but that home run that he hit, it starts yet another rally, and Marcus Semien hits his 7th home run of the year. Now, he does only have a 783 OPS, so that's about average to above average, but if he can continue on with the power, I mean, good for him. We had a pretty fun pitching duel yesterday. The Marlins versus the Diamondbacks. Madison Bumgarner going versus Pablo Lopez. Both have been dominant in their last 4 starts. They've either given up 1 run or less in their last 4 starts, so they have been on top of their game. A fantastic grab in center field saves the game for Dylan Floro after both starters were amazing, and then guess what? Adam Duvall hits yet another home run, and Yaimi Garcia comes in for the save, and the Marlins beat the Diamondbacks 3-1. Another close game I want to talk about that was kind of saved by a web gem. Actually, not kind of. It was saved. Joey Gallo hits a home run, and Jordan Lyles has a pretty decent start to keep the game close. And then Jonah Heim, I didn't even know he existed until yesterday. He ties it up with a home run, and then Willie Calhoun singles to drive in Jonah Heim to give the Rangers a 4-3 lead. And then Joey Gallo, on the same day that he received his Gold Glove award, he saves the game and robs Miguel Sano of a game-tying single. You just love to see it.
What a difference 12 hours will make. It's the same spot that I saw you guys last night with the gloom and the doom up there. Boy,
The Astros beat the Yankees 7-4, but we're going to talk about Giancarlo Stanton just real quick, because when he gets hot, there's almost no one on planet Earth that can keep up with the pace that he is currently on. I think a 12-game hitting streak, just an absolute monster. Maybe one player that I can think of that can keep up with the Stantonian pace is Yordan Alvarez, because when he debuted, whether it was 2018 or 2019, he had one of the best starts to a career of any hitter in Major League Baseball history. He hit 2 home runs off Garrett Cole yesterday. So the score is 3-2 Yankees going into the 7th. And then Jose Altuve, the 31-year-old birthday boy, hits a 3-run home run. Again, just one of those moments that I thought was never going to happen. Even yesterday, I said that Jose Altuve is not that guy anymore, and especially under the pressure of the Yankees fan base booing him, I didn't think that he was going to be able to, reach his ceiling again in that moment. He shuts me up. He shuts up all of Yankee Stadium. Maldonado hits another one, and for the first time, really, in 2021, the Yankees bullpen absolutely was terrible. But then again, there's a stat right now, I got this from the Talking Yanks podcast, that the bullpen for the Yankees is horrible in day games, but they're pretty much untouchable in night games. So maybe the Yankees can just cancel all of their day games, move them to nighttime, and they'll be undefeated for the rest of the year. The Phillies get their 4th consecutive win. They shut out the Brewers. They're handed their 5th loss in a row. So just like the Royals, the Brewers have lost 5 in a row. It was a close game until Alec Bohm hit an Oppo Taco to give the Phillies the only run that they needed, because again, they shut out the Brewers, but they did get that extra insurance run for Zach Wheeler, who threw a complete game shutout, only allowed 3 hits and racked up 8 strikeouts. He lowers his season ERA to 2.83 and his FIP is 3.02, so both of those are elite numbers. Moving on over to the Red Sox versus the Tigers. The Tigers offense has kind of woken up as of late, but unfortunately the Red Sox offense is just that good. They lose 12-9, so the Red Sox traded for Franchy Cordero, which so far has been an L because Andrew Benintendi has been pretty solid for the Kansas City Royals. He gets 3 hits on the day yesterday. Both offenses go back and forth, and then in the 8th inning, they reclaim the lead and they secure it to hang on to first place in that AL East division. JD Martinez is now up to 40 base hits, which is second all of baseball to his teammate Xander Bogaerts, but also JD Martinez has 31 RBIs, which is number 1 in all of baseball. So yeah, I would not want to be a pitcher facing the Red Sox anytime soon. John Gant tried his best to beat the Mets yesterday, but he walked 6 different hitters yesterday, and then he hit his head walking out of the game. I'm going to try and find a clip, but if I can't, I'm sorry. But yes, he was walking off the mound and hit himself in the head. So I wanted to say that the Mets had timely hitting, but that wasn't really the case because it was timely walking. Taijuan Walker, he has been the biggest surprise of the season so far. In the final game from yesterday, the Braves beat the Nationals 3-2. Ozuna and Adrianza, I think that's how you say his last name, they drive in 3 runs as Freddie Freeman got the day off, almost like a Francisco Lindor day off, where it's just been, they've been slumping as of late, so they were given a mental break. Drew Smyly finally does what the Braves signed him to do. He goes 6 innings of scoreless baseball, picks up his first W for the Atlanta Braves. And that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're going to any baseball games, Major League or minor league, use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save $20 off your entire order. Follow me on my social medias at Fuzzy from YT, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. And enjoy this day in MLB history. Yeah, this was fun to make.
Malone looking for his first hit of the year. He drives one deep left field. Back goes Upton. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it. The impossible has happened.